Good morning YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm on fruit tree pruning. Now I've done lots of videos on these before, back in the early days, so I'll put a little link up here to one of the videos. Stick around, have a little watch, and I'll have a little chat midway about these apples and pears that we're on. Thank you very much. I love sitting back and just listening to the birds. Stunning. Berry of some sort. Anyway, look at this tree. Absolutely full of rot. Trauma. Surprised. Well, it's not really stood up at all. Barely on its last limbs. So much decay in here. We've got this growth at the back. These three limbs coming off. Problem is, it looks like it's been hit with the tractor. It's lost all of this bark. Let's turn the camera around so you can have a proper look. So you can see the bark is what protects the core wood and carries all the nutrients and everything into the actual tree itself. It's even got a bit of ear fungus in there as well. I'm surprised it's still stood up, to be honest. I don't want to really give it a tug, but oh yeah, look. Yeah, that's coming down. There she goes. Such a shame. It's literally elasticity in the bark, just keeping that upright, because none of the buds, no, the buds are there, it's gone. Let's get this down. That took no effort. I had my tuck-in saw in my pocket, so it's literally just this bit. Just this bit that was holding it up. You can see where it's curling back round it and all that decay in there. Now I'm going to leave this stump. Doesn't matter out here, but it's a real haven for animals. What I'll do next week is I'll bring the chainsaw and I'll just cut off these limbs, drag them down there. I'll leave this here. We only get this tractored out a couple of times a year. It's something I thought about going into, because I've got obviously a few properties like this. But, they're always asking me about, do I know anybody who tops out fields? And not something I've really ever got into, but you could get a quad bike with a independent sort of like flail type mower on the back. More than adequate to do these. If anyone does anything like that, I'd be quite interested to hear. Yeah, because I could also then use it for spraying fields and things, because again I've had people who've got horses asking about spraying fields, ragwort and all that sort of thing. There you are, let's flip the camera around. You can have a look at the trees that I've done. There's the first one. So what I've done with all of these is, like I normally do, as I say, I've done another video, so you can click on the link up in that corner and have a little look at some of the tree pruning ones I've done previously. But it's in basics: dead disease and crossing, rubbing wood out, taking out the centre, topping out, leaving good amount of buds. Taking out the centre means that the wind can blow through, like I was talking with the hydrangea the other week. Clearing out the centre means the wind can blow through, especially with fruiting trees, and it can take away the bugs and the disease and such. And same with this one. Taking out the centre, taking out a lot of crossing. Looks a bit more bare, and there was a couple of dead limbs in this one as well. So one here that I took out, big one, biggish one down there. I'll just take the saw again and take that out. That's a sort of, that's a PTO flail. That was the customer's, but they don't have the tractor anymore. But that sort of thing to go on the back of a quad. And then I've done this one again, taking out the centre, taking out tips. I have got a branch up there that's, I'll just put the ladder up and take that off, tidy it up. And again, this one, I'm lucky I had my bolt croppers with me, because the old wire it's actually grown in and around in here, and I cut it and removed it, and you could almost hear the tree sighing of relief. But again, I mean, this is, I guess they've been hit with a tractor. This wood around the outside is like a scab, like when you cut yourself, and it's really tough, really hard wood, that. I've given these smaller fruit trees a tickle up, because I didn't really need much on them, but I don't hold a lot of hope for these. I know it's extremely wet at the moment, but that's not really got any root retention on there. And it's the same with this poor one here. I think this one's slightly worse. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. They're not in the, as I say, this is the first time that I've touched these since being here. I've been coming here for many years. There's always been other areas that I've looked after and got on with. So I've got a pair over there to do. That's that one there as well. I mean, these bigger ones, like this one over here, I'm not really going to do much with this. This one's a cooker, this one. I've eaten apples off this one before. Very, very nice fruit. Actually, it's surprising the amount of fruit that come off this one. But you can see the cable running through. So I'm going to have to do something with that. But that can be for next week. All of the trees, I mean, they used to plant trees at angles, because that's the old orchard style. But again, this one, really gnarly. Not sure how it's stood up. That's not one I really want to interfere with, if I'm honest. These lower limbs, actually thinking about it, they used to have a horse out here, and there was, I think they had sheep at one point as well, so they could have contributed to some of these lower limb damage. Look at this, the mistletoe growing in here. I've taken it out of those other trees. Well, I've cut it back. If you don't know about mistletoes, mistletoe, dung on a twig. But again, I'll put up a little thing up here. That's from my series that I used to do, the bugs, beasties, flora and fauna. And basically it was just very quick little videos I used to do on what I knew about certain plants. So like Hypericum being St. John's wort and being used for medicine, for depressant and antidepressant medication and things like that. But they never seem to get many views, so I just kind of phased them out. But if you want me to start redoing those sort of things, because my subscriber rate has jumped up a heck of a lot since then, if you want to see bugs, beasties, flora and fauna and quick little videos which I find interesting facts, like the mistletoe being Anglo-Saxon for mistletoe, and mistle is the Anglo-Saxon word for dung, and tang being twig, and so it's dung on a twig, dung on a branch, that sort of thing. And basically it's because they noticed that birds were sitting in the fruit trees having a dump and mistletoe was growing, so that's where it comes from. And I just used to do these little things, so if you want those back, please comment, let us know. Right, so that's it for today. I'm gonna go off to another customer, and I've got some more fruit tree pruning to do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. And do some more fruit I've got to go to another customer and do some poop. I'm not going to poo at customers. Right, so that's it for today. I'm going to go